Hey everybody, welcome to Mom Plays. I am Mom. Hello. I know that some of you are probably surprised to see this person standing in front of me and Fallout 4 displays being up on your screen. But technical difficulties like usual, cuz why not? It's Monday morning. It's going to prove to be Monday morning for me. I tried for about an hour to get Fallout New Vegas to load. I am doing it from disk on the Xbox One, and it refused to load in my game, no matter how I did it. So I thought, you know what? Change plans this week. Unless it decides it's going to load at some point in time, the videos are not going to be Fallout New Vegas. They are probably going to be more Fallout 4. And I thought we'd take a look at Creation Club and see what was going on in there because that affects some of the stuff that I'm doing in a Fallout 4 playthrough that I'm doing right now. So I thought we would do a settlement build, which, if you're not into settlement builds, you're going, yay, whoopee. If you are, you're going, yay, whoopee. So we are here at Vault 88, and this was a DLC getting this vault, and I have never built it before. It's huge. The vault space is huge. If you are not playing with a mod that takes away your settlement build limit, I don't know how you're supposed to be able to fill this space because you can't even fill the first cavern without hitting your settlement build limit. So obviously, this is a modded settlement build, and I do have the settlement build limits turned off. Now, you can't build out here in this entranceway. The green line for building starts about right here, like right in the middle of the vault door. So this is all left the same. But once you get in here, everything I'm going to show you is built. Or it's already built and I added to it. So let's take a peek. So first you come into the grand entranceway, and if you notice, I do have a couple of turrets here, just a couple. It's hard to set them in a place where they're going to shoot the raiders that spawn outside and then run in here. So I just put a couple here, and normally what I do is I keep this vault door closed. As far as I know, they have no way of getting in this way. Even if they spawn out there, they don't like spawn here inside the vault. At least that's not happened to me yet. So I normally leave the door closed. So let's close this door because I won't be leaving by way of the door. So it might as well get closed. All right, so that's gonna close, which we could watch if you're enthralled by that. But anyway, this is my welcome area, and what I've got here is this is where you get your jumpsuits and Pip-Boys. And I found out something interesting because since I've never built in the vault before, I've gotten enough settlers to like set up, food and water and basic security and left it at that. But what I found out is as you use these, more spawn in these crates, and I had no idea that happened. So that's kind of cool. All right, so basically what I did was I left the tables that were here, and I put a couple of terminals out, so you could check in everybody that's coming in. You got lockers where they can, oh, I'll take that. Ooh, I'll take that too. Oh, well, these lockers filled up. Oh, yeah, I'll take all of that. Yeah, so they can leave their clothes here, pick up their Pip-Boy and their vault suit and change into them. And then the direction that they're going to go is through here. Because I set up a decontamination arch, and then like all the other vaults, you've got this like scanner area on both sides of it. So there's that. I couldn't set up a decontam arch on this side because it goes through the roof, and I have a mod that allows me to place the arch here, but I can't wire it, so it does no good. So I was like, well, then I'm just going to leave it off. So this whole area here is here when you first enter this vault. This is your workbench here. I left all these boxes and stuff around it. When you come to the left side here, this is the power station. You have to get the power going in here. And your radio beacon, your resident beacon, is this. And mine's on because I have enough beds to max out residents in here. So it's not going to hurt me to leave it on. So I do. And then if you turn over here, when you first come in, there's a security station here. And I just added to it. Like I've got this security desk that she sits at that I put a terminal on. I put a bank of monitors to monitor out here, security monitors, some ammo and stuff. I changed these lockers so they've got lockers that aren't broken and beat up in here. And I basically left everything else in here so it looks like lived in. Basically, it looks like security uses this place. But that's already there. It's just a little bit more bare. I just added some to it. And then when you come through this hall, basically in the beginning, this hall ends here. And this is your first cavern, which is my large welcome area. So as you can see here, we've got like a nice little rec area. I've got these funky stone statues over here. Some seating areas where people can, sit and chit chat and stuff. And this is also the communal rec area. We've got ourselves a pool table, some more seating. Somebody's playing.
Why blue? I mean, would a yellow
tarot
really be that bad?
Solitaire. Some cola machines, and then as part of the vault experiments in here, you do these slot machines. So I have put a bunch of them up for them to use. This is our gambling area. When we have people that aren't settlers come into the vault, this is their, money making. This is how we make money. Besides shops, which are that way, residential, which is that way, and the overseer, which has her own little wing over here. So we'll go look at the overseers first. And keep in mind, I used mods on this, and I have all the mods I have are for settlement building. And they're pretty great. You'll see some of the mods. So here is the overseer's area. There's her desk. I kept the overseer, Miss Barstow, here.
Work can truly begin.
Don't worry, it's beginning. So she's got a nice little area here where she can, say, receive vault dwellers and talk to them about their worries and stuff. She also has some nice music. This is her living quarters / office, so she's got some nice music here. Some bookshelves. This was a nice addition to the Vault Tech stuff. So this is the population management system. From this, you can find your, if you've lost one of your followers, you can find them with it. You can move people around in different jobs without having to go find them. It'll tell you how many people have jobs, how many people don't have jobs, that kind of stuff. So it's nice. And then, of course, she's got her little area here. I decided that in the vault, they actually use phones for communications throughout the vault. So that's why she has a phone on her desk. Then she's got her map of the Commonwealth here. And she's got her own security thing to watch. Over here, oh, wait, before we do that, this is a power poster that is new with the Vault Tech. Basically, it's in the power section. If you put it on a wall, it radiates power for like 5,000 feet in every direction. So it's kind of a nice way to run power without running wires. All right, and then this is her living quarter here. She's got herself her bed, little safe, dresser, her own personal desk here for her own personal things. And then her own personal bathroom. And if you see, one of my mods has these Vault Tech showers and these Vault Tech rugs, which I thought were really cool. So this is her little shower area here, which is nice and works. And that toilet looks a little crooked to me, but we're going to pretend like we didn't see that. So obviously the overseer has a very nice place. And then, of course, she can overlook her atrium there. All right, next we come down here. We're going to go up these stairs.
Well, I have, but
So the atrium, I didn't build multi-levels. I could have, but I just didn't make it big enough. And some of these pieces are hard to work with. Like on the roof, I had to actually use place everywhere and set them in there because some of them wouldn't snap for some weird reason. So yeah, it was a little odd. So we've got this little seating area, balcony that overlooks the atrium,
Again.
couches and that kind of stuff. This overlooks an area that is the memorial garden. We will be looking there in a minute. Little reading nooks and all that kind of stuff just kind of set around here with some statues. I just threw down some statues as I felt like it, so there you go. All right. So either way we go is going to be a long way around. So we're going to head towards this direction and we're going to take a right. And this is going to take us into a maintenance wing. As you can see, it's maintenance. And thanks, dog meat. And the maintenance wing ends here where I mean, I could have built in here, but then it makes like, there's clipping issues. So I did not actually build through this tunnel. I just left it as is because basically what's down here is a cavern this way that I have not built in at all. It was the last cavern I found and I just didn't build in here, but I could make this some, who knows what. I could make it something, I guess. I just couldn't think of what to make it, so I didn't make it anything. And there's no exit from there, so, you know, that's cool. But if you come into this other tube, this takes you to where in the original vault you have a water purifier that is sitting here waiting to be restored. So what I did was I built this. This is kind of my maintenance water purifier electricity thing. I've got a couple of electricity things just because I got so tired of running wire through tight spaces. So I plopped down one of these and then built a catwalk around it with some computer terminals to make it look like, you know, somebody comes up here and they've got to manage this and they've got to manage the reactor. And that's basically all I did in here. And nobody comes out here. Literally nobody sandboxes out here. So I don't know how the nav mesh for the settlers works back here, but I've never seen anybody back there. So we could have gone around, but that would leave us outside the vault. There's no entrance the other direction, so we've got to come back this way. And because this is huge, I literally filled all but that one cavern that I just showed you. This might be a little long video, but I'm very proud of my accomplishment here, so, you know. All right, so there's the atrium right there. And if we go this way, taking that passage is going to take us to residential. Opening this door is going to take us to this area that I didn't build in, but I plopped down. This is from a mod. It's called the Sanctuary Memorial Tree. And I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. So I plopped this down with a couple of benches, and now it's a meditation area. And there's windows where you can see it from different areas inside the vault also. All right, closing door. Now, if we go this way, there's a lot of long, windy passages to get from cavern to cavern. And what I did is any place that I had like these lights that were already shining here. Oh, look. How'd you get out there, Gage? I tried to do windows, and there's certain caverns that like glowing fungus is growing, and I didn't pick it, and I put windows so you could actually like look out onto it. It looks kind of cool, I think. All right, so first windy cavern takes you down this long flight of stairs. I mean, you get your exercise every day having to go up and down these stairs to your house. All right, so we have a passageway that way, and we have a passageway this way. This block over here was partially completed when we first find the vault, and I decided to leave it there and make it part of the first part of my residential area. So I've got a couple of rooms up here There is this room here. Everybody's got, beds and storage and seating areas with the little odds and ends and posters, reflecting the owner's personalities. So there's that one. This one's a slightly bigger one. So there are 4 people that live here. They've got a very large seating area and storage. We've got a bar. I think it looks pretty good. Knickknacks and all that good stuff. So that's residential area number 1. What is underneath all of this are struts holding it up. And I made sure that every piece, like if we walk around the outside of this, there are no floating pieces. There are struts underneath every piece that is elevated. It took a long time. All right, so if you if you come around the corner from there, you go that way, there's more residential. You go this way, there is the shared lavatory, which is nice. There are 3 showers here. There's a couple of stalls and, a couple of sinks for everybody to use. Well stocked with toilet paper and towels. And that is shared. Then we come this way and we go into our next residential section. Now, this hallway is basically just a connector to another section. That's all it is. It's one big long hallway. So we're going to come into residential and see this place. There are 3 people who live here. Obviously, they are very much into video games and comics in here. So that's that one. And then you have to come around. As you see, there's a rock and stuff that we're going around. So you come around here. You've got another one here. There only 2 people live here. And they have a TV. Lucky sons of bitches.
Helping out at Sanctuary.
Very nicely appointed. And then if you come up these stairs, there is, I call this the scientist's quarters because this is for the head scientists or the doctors. It is done like the overseers with the overseer walls. It's much nicer. They have bar from the institute. They've got nice chairs. They've got their own desk with a computer so they can keep up their research. Little setup here in the entry. This doesn't look out on anything, unfortunately, but I wanted to use a window in theirs that other people don't have. So that is their area. Coming on down here, we're going to turn the corner and we're going to hit a security area right here. Because this is an area where we can get attacked from and we can get spawns from. So there is actually somebody assigned to this security desk, but I don't think I've ever seen him down here. The problem with this vault is that the settlers don't like to leave the immediate atrium area, that first area. Every once in a while you'll see them out of there, but not often. All right, so this is another area. We've set up computer banks and our surveillance. When they're bored, they play cards. And this is funny because that one of these is labeled a winning hand and one of these is a losing hand. Okay, let's see. Lockers, ammo, just everything that they might possibly need. Somebody's taking apart a gun and fixing it. Then if you come out here, because there is a spawn point out here, we've got it double doored. And I have set up massive weaponry outside of this. And then this leads all of these rock tunnels. Wherever I would end, I would light through the tunnels like this. Took a long time. And to be honest, I got the idea to do this from Oxhorn. So kudos to Oxhorn, give me ideas. But this comes up here, goes through this little area, and then there's a couple ways you can go. You can come in here, and I didn't do it. You can build in all this, by the way. I just didn't do anything here because why? I couldn't see the need. Or you can come upstairs, and if you go through that, you're going to go into a whole nother section of the vault space. Or if you come up here, you're going to end up here in this store that opens out on University Point. This is the University Point Pharmacy. Oh, look at that. There's some quantums in here. Thanks. Take those. But yeah, and speaking of Oxhorn, he actually turned this into his general store. And he actually had, and he's on PC, but mind you, and actually had the person assigned to the store actually walked all the way up here, but nobody comes up here. So I just left it. This is kind of like, this is our cover. If you get in here, it'll look like it's empty. If you keep exploring, you're gonna most likely end up back here getting shot in the face. Or you could come through here and I believe you'll still get shot in the face. Let's come through this path. I didn't like this path because it comes, yeah, you'll get shot in the face because it just comes and overlooks this part of the vault, but you can't get in the vault. So I did not like this because this is not a normal path that you would use, if that makes sense. Okay. Let's go back into the vault. And it's really interesting building in here because some of the caverns are really cavernous, and some of them aren't cavernous, but they're long. So you have to be able to figure out like, how tall you can build, how wide you can build. Are you clipping with the rocks? I mean, I actually like scrapped rocks in certain areas just to get stuff to fit, which is a little bit cheaty. But then again, all this mod stuff is cheaty. So if you recall, so that's a security area. That goes to the residential area. This connects to the next passage to the next area of the vault. And this just connects back around to residential. So now the lights have changed because this is a maintenance type area, and as you can see, I left this open, and you can see the glowing fungus that glows on the sides, which I thought was really cool that you could look out onto that, so I didn't pick it. And that kind of goes through this whole thing. And the first stop we're going to make here is our infirmary / surgery center. I'm very proud of this. I love this. So when you first walk in, what you have here is you have the surgery center counter. And over here you have the beds, each with curtains that can give privacy if people have to stay overnight or if they're recovering from day surgery. And we've got our well-stocked counter here. Lots of stuff, medical books and all that good stuff here. And of course a chem station, because you have to be able to make chems. And then another part of the experiments that you do when you find this vault has to do with this Phoraptor thing. It's supposed to be an eye examination, but you can make it do kind of evil things. But what I did was I decided, oh, it's an eye examination thing. So there is somebody assigned to this, and he performs the vault eye exams. And then there, of course, there's somebody assigned to the surgery center, and thanks dog meat, you're ruining my door opening. And he performs surgery in here with the surgery chair. And of course, he's got a very well-stocked operating center, as you can see. I'm very proud of my surgery center. I had so much fun making this. It must be the nurse in me that I had this much fun making a surgery center, right? All right, so that's where everybody goes to get repaired and fixed. And then if we come around the corner here, we can go up above the surgery center to hydroponics. And this is where we grow all of our food. And there's people assigned to it. It makes food, but of course you never see them up here because they have so much trouble in navigating what you build. But yeah, so it's just a nice, nice area. They're growing plants and food plants. You got your stuff in the middle, pots and supplies and all that good stuff. So yeah, this is our food production, and it's not huge, but it produces enough food for the entire vault. So it works for me. All right, so surgery center around the corner there. Hydroponics is up there. Next hallway up this long flight of stairs here. And around corners. All right, so this is here, this little trailer, when you get the place. And I decided this was a part of the research area, when they want to research the cave itself, not stuff that they're doing inside. So I dropped some computer banks in here and a monitor and a locker for them to store stuff in. And this is where they do their stuff, basically, whenever they want to research in the cave. And just to take a look, I had to wire a lot of stuff, and it took a lot of time. And oh boy, yeah, wiring this was crazy, but I got it done. Okay, as we go on, we should be getting close to the research area of the vault. And it's really funny because, like, you would think the wall would stop the light, but it shines in here really, really bright. Yes, research. Here we go. So this is my research center that's not hydroponics. And what I did, so you can't set down those animal catch caves. I was really hoping you could, but you can't. I wasn't going to wire them or anything. I just wanted it to look like they catch animals and do experiments on them. But that wasn't going to be working. So I set down a couple of these weird looking dog houses as cages, food bowls for them. Obviously, we don't have any animals in here. We've got computer banks going on here. Somebody's taking apart a Mila from the railroad there. And then, of course, you've got all sorts of gadgets and stuff that look, scientific and fancy. I love this. I put these tongs and this saw in there. It's kind of grisly, but they are experimenting. Yeah, some chemistry set up. We've got a chemistry station and a cooking stove here. Why did I put a cooking stove there? That's kind of grisly. Okay. And microscopes and blood bags and all that kind of stuff. And then over here, tucked in the corner, is a desk. They've got some mentats on it to get their brain going and all that kind of stuff. We'll go through there in a minute, but we're going to actually take this door and go down these steps, because this is another exit zone. But around the corner from this exit zone is the vault classroom. And now, obviously, there aren't children in this game as settlers, but we do have a classroom, because I pretend in my head that there are kids running around here too, because there would be, there would be. And so you've got a classroom. This can be used for the children or adult learning. So I've got like a coffee drink station over here. I've got, shelves of books, lockers to store your stuff in, some more shelves. When you have kids, there's toys and lunch boxes. Everybody's got a typewriter, little chess set over there. Got to expand your mind with the chess, which Mom is really bad at. That is having clipping issues, but there's 2 chalkboards here. And there is this I love this. This is a mod that has a TV that plays the Nuka World cartoons. So I just put it up here because I like a TV that is actually doing something. And then, of course, the teacher's desk right here, which says it's the secretary's desk, but it's not. So this is our classroom. Now, they have an emergency exit zone right out here. And this is in this huge cavern, if you can see. I could have made like 2 stories here and all that stuff, but I didn't want to. I mean, it just comes down to that. I didn't want to. All right, so another tunnel that I've lit, because it is also another spawn/exit area, and it exits out into a subway station here. And so what I did, because this is a spawn point over here, is I dropped down one of these Vault-Tec security modules, and then I decorated it. And the only way to decorate it in here is with place everywhere, because nothing can sit on the floor, nothing can sit on the walls. So I had to do this with place everywhere. But I gave them plenty of animals, yeah, ammo, and some guns that they can take off in an emergency, and then very well lit and ready to go area here. And the spawn point is out here because there is an exit ladder here. And honestly, I don't know where that exit's from. And then there's just like this little storage area back here, and I just left this the way it is. Now, this wraps around through, and you can build through all this subway spot, but I didn't see the point of doing that. Nobody comes here. It's pretty busted, that kind of stuff. But it wraps around to another tunnel here. See, that's where we came from. This is where we're going, which I obviously lit up. And this is a holding area for some boxes and stuff that need to get moved in. But for now, they're waiting for somebody to do something about them. Yeah, pretty much. And this wraps around here, which is where we were going to go from the residential area anyway, or research area. This opens into our gym. And they do sandbox down to the gym. Hi, like this guy right here.
Thought I'd be an honest-to-goodness fault dweller.
Exactly. But this is our gym area. So with Vault-Tec Workshop, you get these weight benches and these pommel horses that you can use. They give you buffs for a little while. But they also provide settler happiness. Yeah, you do it. Get buff. Get it buff. Pump you up. Perfect. Yep, that's working. And then this is one of the experiments, is this power cycle. And I picked the experiment that makes them, anybody assigned to these, generate extra power. So that's what they do. So as you can see, nice little gym area. Here's some chems to get you going, some weight stuff, some towels. And then off of this is the other bathroom, the other shared bathroom. And it's a little bit bigger as far as the toilet stalls and the shower stalls, but pretty much the same. All right, so then we can leave here. And we are going to go up here, and this is our last section, which is the area for visitors, people who don't live here. This is the shopping/hotel area. What's up? So what we've got down here are stores. This is our weapon shop, and as you can see, I had a clipping issue here, and I decided to live with it in this one place because I wanted all my stores to be in the same area. So this is our weapons shop. It's nicely decorated with all of these lovely kills. The weapons workbench is in here. And of course, stuff to buy. All stored back here. All right, so that is that shop. And coming around the corner, if you keep going straight, we'll be back at the Atrium. But first, we have the armorer is here. And as you can see, it is all armor. Got some dummies showing off what you can get here with your leather armor and all that good stuff, and your armor workbench. So it's a nice little armory. Okay, and next door to it is the general store. So here you can get all your knickknacks. I got play area and toys that you can buy for the kids, and just kind of your general stuff. Maybe some clothing, maybe some toys, some yarn, some handyman stuff, you know, just that kind of stuff. Everybody's gone. It must be the middle of the night. All right, before we go on, past here, if you come up these stairs, we have the hotel. And the hotel is being manned by the clothing store, just to give it somebody that's going to stand there in daytime hours. But this is our hotel right here. And it's got a nice little seating area, cigarette machine. And then back behind here, dog meat. Dog meat. If you need to buy a Nuka-Cola right off the bat, you sure can. This is room number 1. It is a tiny room. It's got a bunk bed in it. And that's it. Some place to store a little bit, towels for going down to the bathroom, and that's it. Then the next room is over here. It's a little bit nicer. It's got a nice little seating area there, and the bed is around the corner, and it's a one-person bed, so that's nice. And then the last spot is right over here, and it is also a bunk bed. And it has pretty much the same amenities, a little bit of decoration, beds, place to store stuff, some towels. And that is this is the hotel. It was basically a way for me to get enough beds in this place without spreading beds throughout the entire place. Now, on the same level as the hotel is the barber if you need to get your hair done. There are 2 barber chairs in our salon here. The barber is very obviously a Silver Shroud fan. And then there's the seating area while you're waiting to get your hair done. Just a little barber shop. Excuse me. Whoa, down these stairs. Around the corner. Okay, and now the big attraction when you're staying here is, of course, the commissary. So it's very large because this is where everybody eats. And you've got your seating on one side here. You've got your gal with her well-stocked bar. Why are there people outside? Who knows? Our doctor is out there for some reason. A little bit more seating over here with lots of decorations. And then, of course, this is the place where the food is prepared. We got food in our little holders here that people can eat. And this is the soda fountain prototype that Clem manages. This is what Clem's assigned to this, and you can get all your soda here. Makes everybody very happy. It'd be more delicious if you came inside, sir. Okay, so anyway. So yeah, this is the diner slash commissary area. So yeah. All right, and then that wraps us right back around to the atrium, which I am very proud of. So yeah, and that is the end of our tour. So I guess, that's the end of this this particular video. If you like what I've built, give me some comments. If you have suggestions about things or questions about building in here, go ahead and ask them. I'm happy to answer any questions that I can. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. So you have been watching Mom Plays. You can follow me on Twitter at Tonya Treese. And I will catch you all next time.